Here I come with finally one hell of a season. Spring 2020. Kwai-kun reporting, and I hope you guys are doing fine in this whole mess. Just gonna suggest some 10 cool animes which you need to watch for this season, where we get to talk about even a Korean manhwa which recently got adaptation. Can we just dive now?
I'm burning up, I'm burning up, oh I'm burning up. So I look to the world outside, I don't wanna stay. I'm eating my insides, the tiny words to break your heart.
Starting off with Fugue Balance Unlimited. Everywhere I go, I see this man named Daisuke Kanbe. This man has a fucking extraordinary wealth. He is assigned to the Modern Crime Prevention Headquarters as a detective. There he meets a guy named Harukato, who is also a human detective but values justice over everything. Basically two different type of persons, or like opposite type of persons. Haru dislikes how Daisuke uses his wealth to solve cases, as he believes money isn't everything. Now they have to combine their effort together to solve many mysteries. Sad thing about this one is the same thing, that there are only 2 episodes for now, obviously for quarantine, and other episodes are coming soon. Number 9 we have Shokugeki, the fifth plate. I won't talk about it too much since we already know how popular Shokugeki is. Some of you already know and read the manga and know what's gonna happen. Yes, this is the last season and it has been a long journey since 2015, a year where anime started to get famous everywhere. Yeah, this anime has lots of flaws and might not be that much enjoyable, I guess, but for me this anime is like a guilty pleasure and I do love it, but can't rate it since it stopped after 2 episodes only for quarantine. Yeah, quarantine is fucking so many animes. Finally, an anime where I can rate. Number 8, Arte, the anime where we get to learn about how you should treat a woman and teaches you about true equality, why you shouldn't look down on females, with slightly romance genre in it. The story is like this. Arte is a princess from a noble family who loves to make arts, but only her father could understand her passion for art. After her father's death, her mother couldn't stand her making arts, so she tried to stop her. As she had strong love for making art, she left her house and started searching for master artisan to take her as an apprentice. But in her generation there was no one who believes that women are also capable of fine craftsmanship. But luckily a renowned artisan named Leo took her in, and that's how her new life started. It's a great show, totally loved it. I'll give it a opening and ending 7 out of 10, and overall a solid 9 out of 10. Number 7, Honzuki. The second season of Honzuki starts with Mine working and staying in Holy Church for curing her life-threatening mana disorder. Since she got a blue robe which is for nobles, she also gets 3 servants, but 2 of them doesn't listen to her at first because they couldn't accept how she isn't a noble, yet they have to serve her. The story begins with that, and finally we get to learn about where noble people lives and what hate priests actually is. And not to mention, Mine finally gets a chance to write a book in this season. And the season ends with how first season episode 1 started with. You will get to know about it when you watch. I think it's a must watch and you will surely enjoy the whole show. Next season will come soon too. So I'll rate the opening and ending song as a 7 out of 10 and overall a solid 10 out of 10. Number 6, Fruits Basket, second season. Finally the Zodiac stuffs are back with its second half of solving all the mysteries and showing the main backstories which were really needed. This is the season where you will start to love Kyo more if you haven't watched the 2001 version. You'll get to know about who's Akito and what he or she does and why he or she is more important, like really important. I'll tell you, this remastered version is so good and it's a must watch. Can't really rate it right now since it didn't end yet, but if things goes like this, you know it will be a easy 10 out of 10. Obviously, even the opening and the ending songs are already 10 out of 10. That's it for this one. Number 5. Kakushikuto Araragi with his child, quotation mark. Just a save joke, since the voice actor of Araragi and Goto are same. But this anime literally shows how parenting should work, and obviously how to be the best father and help your daughter in every single way you can. If you are weeb enough, you already understand what main character's name, Kakushikuto, like it was really easy to understand, and the name actually means secret work or secret job. Goto has a secret job which is being mangaka. Why he hides it? Because he doesn't want to make his daughter feel embarrassed of the job he does. Like, he makes ecchi manga, so obviously he wouldn't really want to tell his daughter about it. Like, you wouldn't really tell it, would you? But as his daughter grows up, and obviously she tries to learn about what her dad's secret job is. Such a fine story which might make you even cry. Opening is a top tier thing, and you will jam to it, I'll guarantee. Aijado, or Ajiado, I guess. Ajiado, I really don't know the pronunciation of this studio, has done an wonderful job for this anime. I'll rate the opening 10 out of 10, not the overall. Overall is 9 out of 10, and cause of sadly it was rushed ending. That's all for this one. Number 4, Hamifura. Finally, I was waiting for this one, so let me start. If you're gonna read this anime synopsis, you'll say this is a typical seasonal shit which you really don't need to watch, and since it's a reverse harem, as you can even understand from poster itself, you really have no need to watch this anime. Here's this thing, you're actually wrong. You see, this anime is actually a reverse harem, but not the typical seasonal shit you can skip. Now, the anime goes like this. There's this girl who was somehow reincarnated in a otome game. A otome game. She played before dying in an accident, but not as a main character of the game, but as the main villain. There are 4 characters. If she does anything bad, or if the main character named Maria ends up with any of those 4, the villain character named Katarina will get a doom flag or bad ending. But now that girl who was reincarnated is Katarina, so she really doesn't want to get the doom flag to end her life in a miserable way. So she tries to fix it. I like the character Katarina, despite of her being a dumb character. She's airheaded, clumsy, dumb, but in the end she knows what she's doing because of her otome game knowledge. One bad thing about her is she doesn't understand what's going on, what she's doing, and is always making people's heart move, and she's doing that unintentionally because she just don't want to get the doom flag, which will make her life worse. The reverse harem of this show is really not that bad, and there's not only these guys who loves her deeply, even girls too. You'll get to know if you watch this anime. Opening theme, I personally loved it, and the ending is okay. Overall, it made me look forward to next episode in ongoing series of the season. Even if the last episode was kinda disappointing, but second season is coming anyway, so it's really okay. I'll give it a solid 8 out of 10 for this show. Finally, at top 3, Yesterday wo Utatte, Crush Rejection Posting Animated. This anime has some classic romance dramas which you can relate with yourself. At least I could. I'll warn you that this anime is not the normal or typical romance which you might be looking for. This one can be pictured in reality, which kind of makes it really good show for me. The art style is really good, the animation is also nice. Cool thing about this anime is it has no opening songs, but there's 3 different ending songs and 3 of them are really good. As a main character, I couldn't like Rico cause I can't really relate myself with him. He's the type who'd keep everything to himself and wouldn't say it in the right time. But I saw so many people who's like Rico, and that's what made me feel interested. Also, Haru having crush on Rico felt really weird, but can't really say anything about it since a crush is a crush, if you know what I mean. Definitely 8 out of 10 for the show, and ending songs get a 9 out of 10. Loved everything except the rush ending. The second one, we all know what it is, Chara of God. The complicated one for this season. You see, this anime is not coming from manga but from manhwa, which is basically Korean comics. Mostly people know about this as webtoon. This is the first time when something like this happened, and you know what, everyone is actually happy about it. Even though the art style is not that great, but still the anime is really great. The first season has only 13 episodes, and the opening and ending songs are both done by a K-pop band, which is amazing in a way. Not to mention, opening song is a banger. The story is really simple. Basically, there's a big tower which has many floors ? If you wanna get something you desire, you can get it by climbing the top of the tower. You have to pass the test if you want to climb the tower. The thing spices up with character dramas and by knowing about their stories. Really good watch, 100% recommended. Opening song is like a 10 out of 10, ending song is a 9 out of 10, animation wise it gets a 6 out of 10, and overall it gets a 8 out of 10 easily. But the main character is a simp. That's it. So finally we're at the last one. Number 1, Kaguyasama Loves War. So the second season of Kaguyasama Loves War starts with literally new student council election because the time was over for Shirogane Miyuki as a school president and others. The story for school president election takes the first half of the season, and this is where we learn more about new characters like Inomiko. This serious character, basically this serious character who will assume the worst thing possible she can and for a scene, and will keep being clumsy about it and make things more complicated. I know there's a lots of Inomiko fans already out there, but they just love her for her character, but for her personality, for me, I really don't think I'll get along with someone who keeps misunderstanding without learning about the whole situation. But that's just my opinion. Last half is about Loke Ishigami arc, where we kind of get to know about his past, which was really well put by the studio. Even manga didn't make me feel this much sad like how the anime did. It was really brilliant. And there's also Kaguya dance, Loke Kaguya dance. Opening and ending song are top notch and are top notch perfection. Overall, I'll still give it a 9 out of 10. Must check obviously the opening song and the main theme and the ending song of the show. So guys, that was it for the video, and I'll hope you enjoyed the list and stay safe. Goodbye.